what's the next step in that evolution in terms of taking that to the larger market?
Well, I think it's getting all the stakeholders on the same page. And it's really understanding that we can toe the same line together, and it's going to take collaboration rather than confrontation. There's no doubt about it. And to your point, it's going to take a lot more education. um, we walk a fine line in this space because you've got different governments and different jurisdictions with different objectives. You've got companies that are saying, hey, this is a competitive advantage for us, whether that's a technology or a service, or whether it's an
Right.
upstream oil and gas producer that's saying, hey, listen, we're willing to invest in all of this. It's going to differentiate our product. So that's a competitive advantage to us. And these are all fair pieces of the puzzle that we need to navigate. And so you've got data sharing requirements in order to improve the visibility of the performance of these technologies. You've got R&D that's happening that frankly can help move some of these technologies into other jurisdictions that have different reservoir composition or different above ground needs, things of that nature, operating in different environments. All of these things are critical to how these technologies evolve and whether or not they're applicable in other jurisdictions. And so that requires a lot of work and a lot of partnerships, not just with foreign governments, not just with foreign oil and gas companies, and not just with foreign service providers, who in many jurisdictions need to be the ones that are working with the technology providers to get those tech into the upstream producer world in the jurisdictions in which they operate, because that's just how those jurisdictions operate. You need to have boots on the ground that are local in order to make that happen. Working with Canadian and provincial trade commissioners is another piece of this, which we've spent a fair bit of time in the last year and a half doing. So a lot of moving parts, Chad. Maybe it can be viewed as something that keeps me employed. I don't know, but it's fun work too.
Oh, it is, and it's critical, crucial work. What yourself and your organization is doing. Is so critical to moving this portfolio forward and achieving these aggressive targets in terms of clean technology deployment. Just in your last answer got me thinking as well. You see so much innovation with certain companies, a lot of R&D components to it, and we know sometimes there can be the opportunity to share that knowledge but there can also be a business case made for each company respectively. So is there enough stakeholder collaboration happening right now, or is there more that could be done from the various stakeholders in terms of cross-pollinating some of these ideas?
It's better than ever, Chad.
Good.
It's the man, it's certainly been a message that we've carried to our members since day one. 5.5 years ago is, look, the path forward goes through collaboration. And as much as many of the organizations within our group are competitors, there's also opportunities to collaborate, not just with similar solutions or technologies, but obviously when you've got complementary services and collaborating together. And now what we're seeing is this happening all the time.